next up we'll do a standard run, which means in this case expert challenge. Hey Narninian, thank you very much for the gifts up to Ashtamnir. Ashtamnir, welcome to the stream and enjoy your emote in chat. So, last one we did was round and round. So today we are gonna do a pretty easy one. It's no champion, no problem. We removed the champion from our starting deck, so we won't have a champion at all. But we get 2 additional unit banners in Limbo to make up for that. And on top of that we get triggered abilities on friendly units, trigger an additional time. And if that seems nice to you, but not game changing, let me tell you, it is insane. It's probably the most powerful mutator you can get, or at least one of the most powerful ones. Ooh. Awoken Umbra, restoration detonation, making of a morsel and snare. And we are fighting Cleanse Seraph. Let's look at the Umbra Banner. Alloy Construct would require less fuel. Morsel Maker would make more morsels than usual. Morsels also get eaten twice, so they apply their stat buffs twice. That makes Morsel Maker give +16/+16 every turn, which is pretty juicy. Shattered Shell sweeps twice, slays twice, triggers their slay twice. Interesting. Wine Modder adds 2 stings to our hand every turn. That might be a bit too many stings. I think I'm gonna go with Shattered Shell here. Fossilized Fangs and Forever Flame. Oh yes. Gorge abilities trigger 3 times. We definitely want a Gorger now. Gorger plus Morsel Maker is gonna be crazy. Seven damage. Yes, we do survive that, so that's okay. I guess Morsel Maker has to go in front, because otherwise the Shattered Shell might have some trouble surviving this next wave. There are a few other ways to deal with that. I could ensnare one of these guys, so we only have to take 7 damage. That means we can block with the Train Steward. Play Morsel Maker here in the back. And actually the one I wanna ensnare is gonna be this one. So the Disciple Foot Soldier moves up and kills the Train Steward, instead of the Apprentice of Light killing the Train Steward and gaining a slay trigger from that. We can't stop this Apprentice of Light from reaching the top, but we will only take 7 damage to him. That's okay. There's the boss. Let's buff up this Train Steward a bit. I think he can do a decent amount of damage. Oh, that room is capacity reduced. Okay. Very nice. Glimmer, Vinegrasp, Razor Sharp Edge. We already have a sweep unit, so we don't really need the Glimmer as much. I don't think we need Vinegrasp either. Razor Sharp Edge can be nice. I think I'm gonna pick it up. Space Prism. Well, on the Morsel Maker floor, maybe not so much. Could work anyways. I'm gonna take it. Yeah. Oh, this will be insane. This Overgorger will be the biggest Overgorger of all time. Let's upgrade him a bit. I don't think I want these. Let's give him some multi-strike. He will get a lot of health from the Morsel Maker, but that might take a while. Let's give him some starting health as well. Yeah, 12 Gorge triggers a turn with the Overgorger. On the Overgorger with the Morsel Maker. Hi Deption Chissa, welcome. Glad you managed to join. The setup is a bit annoying here. I don't want the Overgorger to be on the top floor. I guess that means it has to be on the second floor. And I do want to shatter a shell out. Let's kill the collector. Wish I had some extra damage against this Forge Disciple, but sadly I do not. This helps a little bit. We take 4 damage to you and another probably 4 damage to this guy. Okay. But after that, our Overgorger should be pretty damn big and carry us for the rest of the run. Ah, that was a mistake. I shouldn't have done as much damage to that guy. And I should definitely... yeah, I should definitely have rooted the top floor. I'm tempted to restart this fight because I handled it really badly, but we won't. Can't eat these morsels anyways. Because I did too much damage to the boss. Skip this time. We don't really need other morsel generation. The Morsel Maker is gonna be enough. Mine Collapse. I guess it's alright. Let's get some spell upgrades and some fire health. As long as we can keep... As long as we can stay alive for long enough, we should be pretty well off. Let's upgrade the Mine Collapse. Cost reduce the Razor Sharp. I do want to play the Razor Sharp often. Maybe the Making of a Morsel instead. Yeah, I think the Making of the Morsel is the right choice. That helps me play it in the first hand if I draw Overgorger and Making of a Morsel and don't have the Morsel Maker yet. Let's also remove a Shade Splitter. Don't really need the Morsel generation. The Restore is also quite bad. Ooh. This is not amazing. We don't really have anything great. Maybe the Space Prism? Well, we would need to play so many Space Prisms for it to be worth it. I think I only copy once, and I copy something like a Mine Collapse. I think that might be helpful. This deck has very good scaling, but it's scaling in form of a unit, which we can't just duplicate 5 times. That would not work out very well. Okay, this is a problem. This means we can play Morsel Maker and Overgorger. And we won't draw into them very soon. It's gonna take quite a while until we draw back into these units. I guess we have to use Overgorger, this time on the top floor. And just... I also can't play the Shattered Shell anywhere. And just feed him naturally. Or rather manually. Which is a problem with these guys. Because we can't really deal with them very well. We do have the Mine Collapses in the deck, but we need to draw them. The haste is probably a bigger problem. I guess I can root this guy. Kill off this one, play some morsels, make some morsels. Kill off this one, maybe we... Yeah, that's great. We do still have restoration detonations in the deck, so I'm not that worried. Let's make these morsels, kill one of you guys, and heal up my Overgorger. It's too late for Morsel Maker to do anything. He will be dazed if I play him, so he won't have time to make any morsels. Didn't go quite as I wanted, but that's okay. Channel Song can be helpful, but Wildwood Tome I think is even better. We don't need more units. We do need extra Ember. We also need extra draw, but I think the Ember is more important. We need to be able to play two cost units on the first turn. Relic, unit upgrades. The unit upgrades are not that important, but I wouldn't mind a large stone on Shattered Shell. I would really like that, to be honest. Let's look for some upgrades for Shattered Shell. There's a large stone. It's great. And we also give it some more HP. Just in case we have to deal with sweep. And let's keep the remainder of the gold. We might go to the Merchant of Trinket next. Mark of Invasion. We are back to 80 pyre health, so I'm not worried about it. We can take some pyre damage for a little bit of extra gold. Top floor is not where I want to set this up. Honestly, bottom floor is better. I would love to play the Wildwood Tome here, and maybe I should have, but I think the morsels we get should keep the Overgorger alive for the most part. He's gonna be dazed, but just in case anything gets through later on. Shouldn't happen, but... Whoops, missed that one. That actually prevents the damage, while killing the other one does not. Easy boss kill right there. This boss is actually gonna die in the first round of combat, huh? I can't even feed my Overgorger. Okay. Another Wildwood Tome. No, Pyre Shards are pretty helpful. So is Restoring Retreat, actually. Cave in. Yeah, I like 2 descent cards, just so we draw one early. Let's go for the relics and the removals. Gnarled Root, Improved Firebox, Teeth of Gold. Teeth of Gold is another way to deal with backliners, especially with the Overgorger, but it's unreliable. It doesn't work in flying boss fights. Well, not very well. I do like the firebox here, because the first turn is very often crucial for us. Let's remove these Train Stewards. No, actually I should remove Restores first. Oh well. Removed one Train Steward when I shouldn't have. That's still okay. Crystal Cloak. Okay. And Armor Emblem. How do we deal with Crystal Cloak? I mean, as long as we survive long enough, I think I want to set up on the second floor, that's for sure. As long as we survive for a while, we should have the kill immediately with the Overgorger. I could descend the Shattered Shell on that floor, but probably safer to have it on the bottom floor. It looks like the Shattered Shell is gonna be how I deal with the stealth for the most part. Shattered Shell has a decent amount of health, and we can increase that even further with some morsels. So we might actually be okay. Nothing to descend here. Most of the stealth is gone by now, so we have an easy win here. One stealth here means we will still eat these morsels, which is very nice. I don't think we want any of them. Feast should be nice. Suddenly we can feed the Overgorger even more. Not like we really need that. But I do want to make him as big as we can. I would like the relic, but the unit upgrades are kind of wasted. So I think I'm gonna go for the spell upgrades instead. Concealed Caverns could be nice as well. Penance Yard. We are not fighting Scorch Seraph, Spell Consume Seraph, so we don't really need the Ember Stasis. I don't think we want the Ember Stasis. And I don't think we want any of the other ones. Closest would be Weather Cold Stones, maybe? More like Game Over, Gorger. You got that right. Holdover Feast? Suddenly morsel generation has much more value in this deck. Let's upgrade one of these restoration detonations. It's also reroll. Consume removal? That's not needed. Make that 0 cost, make one of the restores consumable. And let's remove another restore. And we'll keep the gold. Yeah, should be okay. Emberstone on the tome. To reduce the cost of the tome? I don't think that's really necessary. I mean, we do want to hit Fell with that, right? I mean, quick on the Shadow Shell wouldn't be bad, but it's really just much more useful on the Overgorger. I think our goal here is not necessarily getting a flying kill, more like growing our Overgorger as large as we can possibly get. And I think we are on a pretty good way for that. He's not great this turn. No morsels to play. I really dislike Feast. I've said it before, but it's not my favorite card. Has some inherent flaws by the fact that you just need a ton of morsel generation, then it's actually good. And in this case we only need one morsel each turn to make Feast decent, because we don't really care about much besides. What was I trying to say? I forgot. I could get the kill here. Might as well. I'm not gonna be able to feed on the next floor. Okay. Let's go crazy. We need more draw now because of the Feast. And we need more removals. Merchant of Steel, not that important. Concealed Caverns is nice. But I think removals are better. Yeah, it doesn't always give us +1 morsel. If it gave us +1 morsel every turn, I mean, this is not really the best case because we have relatively low capacity for morsels. It could give a lot more morsels than it's giving us right now, so. I'm keeping holdover as a possibility open for the I don't think we want to consume removal. We only want to play it once, and we want to play it once for big amounts. And that's fine. No holdover here, okay. Fine with that. Let's remove another card, and this is gonna be the Restoring Retreat. Actually, I no longer want it. Definitely better than 3-cost Dredge was. Yeah. Was it 3? Did Dredge ever cost 3? Wasn't it 2? Maybe I'm misremembering things. I think the second floor has served us. The second floor is capacity reduced. Let's do it on the bottom floor. It's a bit scary at first. Might actually be a bit too scary. We need to survive this turn. Then we are good. And it looks like surviving this turn is gonna be easy. And we can even heal up. Let's keep healing. Don't wanna root this guy. I'm actually pretty happy with him ascending. And now we have quick. And with the additional capacity on this floor, the feast is much better. Lifesteal? Okay. In that case, we don't need to heal you at all, but we have nothing better to heal. Might as well. And we even managed to eat before killing the boss. The uptime? Yeah, definitely. Engraph, Pyrogrow, Invigorating Solution. I'm thinking Invigorating is fine. Other than that, we don't really need either. And this is a skip. Commemorative Spike. Sure. Oh, Pilestone Housing. Too bad I bought a Commemorative Spike, otherwise we could roll for Multi-Strike again. so it's just 10 health. But you know, still better than nothing. Would we have found multi-strike? We would have. Ah, I regret buying that commemorative spike. Another multi-strike on that Overgorger would have been so nice. And so unnecessary at the same time. Oh! I think you go on the bottom. And these two take the other two floors. Makes it a bit slower than we could be. Because we're not hitting Seraph on the first turn. But I mean, this is still very solid. Two damage off, really? 2 damage off? Can't believe it. 3,172 health and we deal 3,170 damage. Boom. Commemorative spike screws you over if you go full monstrous with 6 capacity or 2 monstrous with 5 capacity, because you can't play your champion then. Maybe that's what you are thinking about. Also Shadow Siege, same problem. Eden triggers, new record. Very nice. That was a very crazy run. How big were our Overgorgers in the end? 791 power by base. Yeah, that's a pretty good unit. I told you, this highly reactive thing is insane. Okay. That was a great success.